Hello everyone, welcome to Learning Management System. Myself Anita, lecturer in Government Polytechnic Chintamani. The subject I am going to teach today is electrical power generation for third semester electrical and electronics students, diploma students. This session is from Unit 5 Tidal Power Plant, Wave Energy, and Ocean Thermal Energy, Biomass Power. As we know, there will be enormous energy in the ocean. In this unit, students, you have learned how energy can be harnessed by using different sources of energy available in the ocean. I mean to say, you have learned how power can be generated by using energy in the tides of the ocean, wave energy of the ocean, and now in this session you will be studying how power can be generated by using ocean thermal energy. I already started in the last session, session 35, ocean thermal energy, in which we have studied about open cycle ocean thermal energy conversion, and in this session we are going to learn how to produce power by closed cycle ocean thermal energy, and we are going to learn advantages and disadvantages of ocean thermal energy conversion. Here you can see the closed cycle OTEC animated image. So I'm going to explain in today's session about closed cycle OTEC. So right from the fifth unit, we will overview what and all we have studied in the last sessions. So I already told that we are utilizing the enormous amount of energy we are getting from the ocean. So ocean will ಸಿಗೋ ಅಂತ ಎನರ್ಜೀಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು we are producing the energy. The first type of energy we are going to produce here is tidal energy, and the wave energy and the ocean thermal energy. What is this tidal energy? Tidal energy is the natural rise and fall of sea waters caused by the interaction of gravitational fields of sun and the moon. In detail, we have learned in the last session about this. The ocean level difference caused due to tides contain large amount of potential energy. The electricity generated using the potential energy of the tides is called as tidal power. Types of tidal power plant, we have got two types. One is single basin and the double basin. We have seen the operation of single basin and the double basin. Wave energy. Waves are caused by the transfer of wind energy to the water and the ocean surface. So waves ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿಂಡ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಂಡ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವಾಟರ್ಗೆ. ಬೈ ದಿಸ್ waves are produced. Compared to other renewable energy sources like solar ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ವಿಂಡ್, ದ ವೇವ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಎನಾರ್ಮಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಂಡ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎನಾರ್ಮಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ವೇವ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎನಾರ್ಮಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಮಿಟೆಂಟೆಡ್. ಇನ್ ದ ನೈಟ್ ವಿ ವೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸೋಲಾರ್. ಹಾಗೆ ವಿಂಡು ಸಹ ಇಂಟರ್ಮಿಟೆಂಟೆಡ್. ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ wind continuously. So it is intermittent energy. That's why the wave energy contains enormous energy. Energy in the wave is converted into mechanical energy using energy converters, also known as wave devices or wave machines. So waves ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಓಷನಲ್ಲಿ, we need some devices in order to convert that energy into electrical energy. So depending upon the actuating mechanism used in the wave devices to capture wave energy. They are classified as heaving float type anta anತೀವಿ, pitching type another type of wave devices. ಎರಡು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋವಂಥದ್ದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇವ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೀವಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಪಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಲೋಟ್ ಟೈಪ್. ಓಷನ್ ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಓಪನ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಒ ಟಿ ಸಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ocean thermal energy is nothing but the process that can produce electricity by using the temperature difference between deep cold ocean and the water and the warm surface water. So ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ by using the temperature difference between deep ocean ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಯಾವ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ upper layer of the ocean will be of the warm surface water. ಈ temperature difference ಇಂದ we can produce the electricity. There are two methods of ocean thermal energy conversion. One is open cycle OTEC, which we have seen in the last session. ಇದರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ clad cycle. Today we are going to study about closed cycle OTEC system or Anderson cycle. So as we have studied in the last class open cycle OTEC, I'll brief out few points about open cycle OTEC. In open cycle OTEC working fluid ಏನಪ್ಪ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ warm water from the surface of the ocean, and this is fed to the flash evaporator. Flash evaporator ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, here the warm water is evaporated under partial vacuum. So ಏನು evaporator ಇಲ್ಲಿ partial vacuum, so that is low pressure vacuum steam ಏನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೋ that is passed through the steam turbine. The turbine in turns runs the generator to generate electricity. So whatever the exhaust steam from the turbine is condensed in the direct contact condenser. ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ವು, whatever the steam, after utilizing the steam, the exhaust steam is fed to the condenser where it is condensed. ಈ ಸೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ we are going to learn about closed cycle OTEC ಅಥವಾ ಆಂಡರ್ಸನ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So this is the block diagram of closed cycle OTEC or Anderson cycle. So in this we'll see the ocean depth. Ocean depth water will be the cold water which is utilized for the condenser, and the ocean surface water will be the warm water which is used for the boiler. Compared to the open cycle OTEC, the working fluid in open cycle OTEC will be water, that is warm surface water, whereas here we are going to use low boiling point working fluid, that is freon ಅಥವಾ propane ಅಥವಾ ammonia. So ಈ ಮೂರು ಲೋ ಬಾಯ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ಸ್ನ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ that is a major difference between open cycle OTEC and the closed cycle OTEC. Again, here because of this warm surface water, the low boiling point, whatever may be the working fluid, will get vaporized because of the warm surface water. That vapors are sent to the turbine where it expands and it will convert heat energy into mechanical energy. Finally, the generator converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Whatever the steam, the exhaust steam from the turbine is sent to the heat exchanger 2 where it gets condensed. Here, this condensation takes place because of the pumping of cold water from the ocean depth. After it is condensed, the working fluid it will be sent back to the heat exchanger 1. This is the simple operation of closed cycle OTEC plant. I'm going to explain step by step process what will happen in this closed cycle OTEC. In the closed cycle OTEC, low boiling point fluid such as it can be ammonia ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, freon ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, propane ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, it is used as the working fluid. I already told you that in the open cycle OTEC we used working fluid will be the water, that is ocean surface water will be the working fluid, whereas in closed cycle OTEC it can be low boiling point ammonia, freon, propane, etc. So this is the major difference between open cycle OTEC and the closed cycle OTEC. So figure shows the block diagram of closed cycle OTEC. The warm surface water is drawn, used to evaporate low boiling point fluids such as propane ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ammonia ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, freon ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು in the heat exchanger 1. Heat exchanger 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ whatever the warm water which has been taken from the ocean surface is fed to the heat exchanger 1 where the low boiling point fluid, it may be propane ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ammonia ಅಥವಾ freon, gets vaporized in the heat exchanger 1. The high pressure vapor of ammonia, freon ಅಥವಾ propane ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು, the high pressure vapor of ammonia, freon or propane is passed through the turbine. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? It is passed through the turbine, which converts, what it will convert? It converts mechanical, that is thermal energy into mechanical energy. The high pressure vapor expands in the turbine, which converts thermal energy into mechanical energy. This mechanical energy in turn converts into electrical energy with the help of the generator. The generator coupled to the turbine converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. So after doing its work about the high pressure vapor, after doing its work, it is sent to the, it is exhaust vapor from the turbine is sent to the heat exchanger 2 where it gets condensed. The low pressure exhaust vapor from the turbine is condensed in the condenser. So for the condensation, water is taken from the ocean depth, that is nothing but from the deep ocean, cold water is taken and sent to the heat exchanger 2 where the low pressure vapor will get condensed, and after condensation, which is in the liquid form, it is sent to the heat exchanger again. So the cycle repeats over here. This condenser uses the cold water drawn from the ocean at a depth of 1000 meters for condensing. The condensate again pumped back to the heat exchanger for the next cycle of the operation, and the cycle repeats. Here whatever the working fluid, it may be a propane, ammonia ಅಥವಾ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅದು freon, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು working fluid, so it will recycles the operation, and once liquid form ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ it is again sent back to the heat exchanger 1 where it gets vaporized with the help of warm surface water, and it is sent to the turbine. The working fluid used in closed cycle system has higher operating pressure and the lower specific volume than that of water in the open cycle system. Open cycle system ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ the working fluid ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಇಲ್ಲಿ closed cycle system ಅಲ್ಲಿ it has got high operating pressure ಇರುತ್ತೆ and low specific volume ಇರುತ್ತೆ than that of water in the open cycle system. Hence, ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ the size and the cost of the turbine that is used in the closed cycle system is much less when compared to that open cycle system. So size ಮತ್ತು cost of the turbine closed system ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ when compared to the open cycle system. Now we'll see the small video. So ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಸೊ ಈ OTAC ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನಿಮೇಟೆಡ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಟು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ OTAC. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಚ್ ದ ವಿಡಿಯೋ. Evaporator, turbine, cold water condenses ammonia, hot water evaporates ammonia, turbine convert expansion to electricity, so here seen the animated video how the OTAC works. Now we'll see the advantages of OTAC system. What is the first advantage? OTAC generates electricity with no greenhouse emissions. Ocean thermal energy conversion is a potential source of renewable energy that creates no emissions. OTAC, whatever the energy generated by OTAC is a renewable energy which has got no emissions. The main advantage of OTAC are that the method is fuel free. The fuel whatever we are using for this will be free of cost, has a low environmental impact. So we can conclude that OTAC generates electricity with no greenhouse emissions. It is totally renewable source of energy. I already explained you. It is a renewable source of energy. OTAC plants provide sustainable renewable energy using nothing more than the heat found in the ocean water of the tropics. So only tropical regions will get good temperature surface water. So there are no fossil fuels or emissions, and because of the design of the plants, it's also possible to create potable water during the process. We have seen in the open cycle where we are going to get the desalinated water. So it is one of the application of this OTAC system. OTAC produces continuous energy with very little daily or seasonal variation. What does it mean? Means the only fuel for an OTAC plant is the heat energy contained in the seawater. This is natural solar resource that is freely available for 24/7, sustainable and virtually inexhaustible. It creates useful byproducts like desalinated water. I told you in this OTAC it creates useful byproducts like desalinated water. A byproduct of OTAC is desalinated water for drinking. It is unlimited source of free energy, especially in tropical waters. I mean to say, in tropical regions, surface water can be much warmer than the deep water. This temperature difference can be used to produce electricity and also to desalinate ocean water. So It is unlimited source of free energy, especially in tropical regions. Coming to the disadvantages of OTEC system, capital investment is very high. When we imagine practically, it involves capital investments will be very high. Due to small temperature difference in between surface water and the deep water, conversion efficiency is low, about 3 to 4%. The conversion efficiency here, it will be only about 3 to 4% because due to the small temperature in between the surface water and the deep water, the difference between the temperature between surface and the deep water. So, if at all we set a locations in the tropical regions, the temperature difference will be better and we can improve the conversion efficiency. Low efficiency, high capital cost and maintenance cost. Capital cost also is very high and the maintenance cost is also very high. So, lower efficiency, efficiency ಕಮ್ಮಿ, capital cost ಮತ್ತು maintenance cost ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, so smaller plants ಗೆ it is very uneconomical. It is uneconomical for smaller plants because of lower efficiency, high capital cost and maintenance cost. Needs a large difference in temperature between surface and deep water for best results. So ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕಲ್ ರೀಜನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ there will be a large difference in temperature between surface and the deep water for the best results. Thereby we can improve the efficiency. Suitable only for tropical regions. This is the reason because of the temperature difference ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೇನೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸಿಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ it is only suitable for tropical regions. Plants need safe location from storms and surf. ಇದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಚಂಡಮಾರುತ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರ. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಾಗ ಓಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ it needs a safe location. So we have to predict the safe location for the plant from the storms and surf. What is surf means? As the ocean surface waves comes closer to the shore, they break, forming the foamy, bubbly surface called the surf. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ ಅಲೆಗಳು ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೀ ಶೋರಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದ ರೀಜನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರೇಕಿಂಗ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಸ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫ್ ಝೋನ್. After breaking in the surf zone, the waves continue to move in and they run up onto the sloping front of the beach, forming the uprush water called the swash. The water then runs back again as a backswash. The near shore zone where wave water comes into the beach is the surf zone. One way that OTE system can avoid some of the problems and expenses of operating in a surf zone is by building them just offshore in waters ranging from 10 to 30 meters deep. So, ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ we can locate the safe location for the ocean thermal energy conversion. Next, we'll pass on to some of the MCQs in closed cycle OTEC system. We'll solve some MCQs on closed cycle OTEC. So first one, what type of working fluid do closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion systems use? Which type of working fluid we are going to use in closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion system? Or we'll see, A is low boiling point fluids at atmospheric pressure, high boiling point fluids at atmospheric pressure. C is low boiling point fluids at 100 bar and D is high boiling point fluids at 100 bar. What is the solution? We have seen the working fluid used in the closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion. We need, the first point we need is low boiling point fluids at atmospheric pressure. The solution will be, solution is A. The type of the working fluid which will be used in closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion will be low boiling point fluid at atmospheric pressure. The option is A. So, why we need this low boiling point fluid atmospheric pressure means closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion systems use low boiling point fluids at atmospheric pressure. An example of low boiling point at atmospheric pressure is ammonia with a boiling point around 33 degrees Celsius. The working fluid chosen by the closed OTEC cycle is, what are the options? Propane, water, engine oil, isobutane. What is the working fluid chosen by the closed cycle? It is nothing but propane. We have got three working fluids. One is ammonia, freon and the propane. And the correct answer is A, that is nothing but propane. We'll pass on to the next question. What is the warm surface seawater pumped through in a closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion system? What is the warm surface seawater pumped through in a closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion system? Options are heat compressor, heat exchanger, fluid compressor, turbine. Where we are going to pass this warm surface water? It is nothing but there are in closed cycle OTEC there are two exchangers. One is heat exchanger 1, another is heat exchanger 2. In heat exchanger 1, the low melting point ammonia is converted into high pressure vapor because of the warm surface water which is pumped to the heat exchanger 1. Here the answer will be, the solution is B, that is heat exchanger. Heat exchanger, the warm surface seawater is pumped through a heat exchanger in a closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion system. This is to vaporize the working fluid to run the turbine. We'll pass on to the next question, that is nothing but how is the vaporized working fluid condensed in a closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion? How it is condensed? Options are warm surface water, fresh warm water, cold water from deep sea, fresh cold water. So, how is the vaporized working fluid is condensed? After its work has been completed in the turbine, it is sent to the condenser where it gets condensed. In the closed cycle ocean thermal energy, how it is condensed? It is from the cold water from the deep sea. The warm surface water, fresh warm water, cold water from the deep ocean, fresh cold water. What will be the answer? It is nothing but that is cold. Answer will be, what will be the solution? It is nothing but B, fresh warm water. So how it is vaporized? Working fluid is vaporized means it is from the fresh warm water. The vaporized working fluid is condensed using the the answer will be C, the cold water from the deep ocean. It is not the warm surface water, it is the cold water from the deep ocean. The solution will be C. How it is vaporized working fluid? Once it has been work done, how it is condensed means by the cold water from the deep ocean. The vaporized working fluid is condensed using the cold water from the deep ocean in a closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion system. The cold water is pumped through a second heat exchanger to perform condensation. Who first recognized the OTEC? So, person who recognized the first OTEC. The options are D. Orson Welles, Alexander Edmund Becquerel, James Prescott Joule, L.A. Rance. What is the answer means? Option answer is solution A. D. Orson Welles. The concept of ocean temperature energy conversion is based on the utilization of temperature difference in a heat engine to generate power. It was first recognized by Frenchman D. Orson Welles in the year 1881. Which of the following has lowest efficiency? Solar energy, wind energy, wave energy, and OTEC. We have learnt all the energies. How we are going to convert it into electrical energy, solar energy, wind energy, wave energy, and OTEC. The solution is D, that is ocean thermal energy conversion will have the lowest efficiency. OTEC power generation gives less efficiency. However, because of the OTEC requirement for parasitic power and other losses, the achievable net conversion efficiency will be 30 to 40% associated with the conventional power plant. So, which power plant has lowest power efficiency means that is nothing but OTEC. Solution is D. Anderson cycle is also known as what? It is nothing but open cycle, Claude cycle, closed cycle, Otto cycle. What is Anderson called as? Anderson, this answer will be, what will be the solution for this? We call open cycle, another name will be Claude cycle. So closed cycle, another name will be Anderson cycle. Which is the answer? Answer will be solution C, that is nothing but the closed cycle. Anderson cycle is also called as closed cycle. Closed cycle utilizes the ocean warm surface and cool deep water heat source and sink respectively, but requires a separate working fluid that receives and rejects heat to the source and the sink via heat exchangers. So solution is C, that is closed cycle. Who proposed closed cycle approach? Who is the person who proposed closed cycle approach? First one is Borscht, Alexander Edmund Becquerel, James Prescott Joule, James Prescott Joule, and D is L.A. Rance. What is the solution? Solution is A, that is Borscht. Is the person, the closed cycle approach was first proposed by the person Borscht in 1926, but the most recent design was by Anderson in 1960s. That's why the name for the closed cycle is given as Anderson. The closed cycle is sometimes referred to as Anderson cycle. The Anderson cycle chose propane as the working fluid. So answer is solution A, Borscht. We'll see the next question. The heat exchangers dash the vapor into liquid which is recycled. Condenses, heats, cools, evaporate. The heat exchanger, what does it do? The vapor into liquid which is recycled. What is the solution? Whether it is condenses, heats, cools, or evaporates. Solution is A, condenses. Dash turbine is used in closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion, which is the turbine which is used in closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion, either horizontal, low pressure, high pressure, vertical. Which turbine is used in closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion? Answer is solution B, that's nothing but low pressure turbine is used in closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion. So by this we have learned the operation of closed cycle OTEC, along with that advantages and disadvantages of closed cycle OTEC. Thank you.